Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Talk CFL podcast, episode number 615. I'm your host, Christopher Jones, and it is myself and William on tonight. Will MacDonald is here. His brother is AWOL in a Winnebago or something, driving around the province and taking
Oh, he's
pictures
got
of.
a van. He's got a van. Sorry.
He's got a van. It could be a Winnebago, could be a little one. Anyhow, taking pictures of waterfalls. So that is more important than talking about football. I have no idea why or how, but Rick dances to his own tunes. And no, there's no doubt about that one. So we're going to have some fun here. Charles is having some internet issues. He may be around shortly. So you're stuck with William and myself tonight, and we're going to have some fun because we always have fun when it's just the two of us because we really don't give a shit what we say.
Correct.
So there you go, brother. How you doing?
Can I start that off? I am getting so sick of all those Rider fans out there telling me that they have the best team in the CFL. Is there a difference between the best team in the CFL and the best record in the CFL?
Yes.
That's a question. I believe so. When you almost lose to Edmonton, your team's not that good. And they had Cody Fajardo as their quarterback. Your team's not that good.
Did they play down to their opponent's level? Or is their team just not that good? Because really, their victories have not been from any team that's actually been really good. They did beat BC, which is, I'll give them credit for that, but it was a really close game. No,
Yes,
that wasn't a close game.
No, it was a close game. It was a close game. The other thing is, Steven Sparksman keeps on saying we have parity in this league. And the more he says it, the more I start to believe it a little bit, because Toronto beat Winnipeg last week.
I think, I hate the word parity simply because that means that all teams are equal.
Correct.
And I don't believe all teams are equal or even close to it. But I do believe that this is an unusual season where anybody can win on any given day.
Yes.
And that is the very definition of parity.
Yes.
Yet I'm not going to use that word because for the same reason I can't use the word dynasty with Winnipeg. It's just, it doesn't fit. It doesn't belong. I don't think you can have parity in a league of 9 teams. It's not physically possible.
No.
I mean, right now, you're saying that we have parity in the league, yet the crossover is in play.
Yep.
And we're 8 weeks in, 7 weeks in? We're a third of the way into the season. And right now, BC Lions are 2 games up on the Western third place team.
The Eastern third place team, you mean?
Sorry, Eastern third place team. So you extrapolate that over the season, means we're going to be 6 games up by the end of the season.
It goes to show you just
how can you say that that's parity?
I know what you mean, but on the other hand, I still think the best team in the CFL currently is Montreal.
Without their quarterback.
Right.
Charles just joining us here. There's Charles. Oh,
hello,
sure,
Charles.
glad you guys aren't in the same room. Oh, Charles is gone.
No, he's still there.
Coming back with another room. I don't know. I've got a CC on my page. Charles is gone.
No, I can see him.
He might be there.
I can't
see him. He's gone. Okay.
Really?
Hopefully. He's just fighting with things. There he is.
Yeah, we can't hear him though. Charles, say
What's
something.
The sign language, Charles. No.
Sing us a song.
Don't have a singing voice.
There we go.
Okay, good.
We got him now.
It helps to take.
Can
It
you
helps
hear
to
me,
take my mic. It helps to take my mic off of mute.
It does.
Yeah,
William
absolutely.
had to take his entire computer off of mute, and it didn't work, so he went and got another
really?
computer.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I have to. Luckily, I
That's
have
why
to.
we really didn't start till now. We were just
Okay.
babbling on introductions, and actually, Will was started a rant, and usually it's
About
me
what?
that rants, but he's ranting about Rider fans. He's sick of Rider fans claiming that their team is the best in the league, and Will, of course, being a Calgary homer, thinks that the Stampeders are the best in the league, but that's beside
They're
the point.
surprising.
No,
The-
you didn't. You
that
didn't.
conversation moved on, and
Did
now
you
we're
not
talking
hear?
about the
Whoa,
fact
whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you not
that
hear what
Sparky
I
thinks
said?
that there's.
Did you
What's
not
that?
hear what I said? I said I think Montreal is the best team in the CFL.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, he right. He did.
Thank
He
you.
did say that Montreal was the best team in the league,
Well,
even
they
though
are when
they
they have
don't
their
have
starter.
a quarterback on the 6-game list. So you think with McLeod, Bethel, Thompson, they're still the best team in the league?
They looked pretty good against Calgary. Calgary
They did?
did have some mid-game injuries, but I'm not gonna use that because everybody has injuries during the season, and it's the team that can get through the injuries that become the champion. What are you doing, CJ?
There's a fly on my screen, so I swatted it.
I see. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Okay.
Charles, be prepared. It's going to be one of those nights, man. We're in goofy
I
moods.
think so.
We're in goofy moods. So, yeah. So I think, my question, Charles, was just because you have the best record does not mean you have the best team. Would you agree or disagree?
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay. So, because Saskatchewan, some of their victories have been pretty close against
They have
not
been.
very good teams.
Yes, that's
Right?
true.
Where you get the better teams
Have
like
you-
Surrey, Calgary, and Calgary stomped them.
Right?
But
So-
it
Have they
should be
played
pointed
Winnipeg
out.
yet? No, they haven't played Winnipeg yet. Have they played Montreal?
Yes.
And
Did they play Montreal? I thought they beat Montreal, but Montreal didn't have their quarterback.
It should be pointed out, though, that Calgary did lose to Ottawa.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and they're playing them this weekend, and I'm going to bet on Ottawa.
Oh, boy.
That's okay because I'll move further and further up in the rankings. Okay.
I mean, Calgary is missing their computer, their quarterback. Their AI is gone.
Yep. Absolutely. We'll get into that eventually. But anyways, do you want to introduce Charles or are we just going to keep on going on?
Oh, do we have to introduce Joe? Okay, Charles Cliff, welcome to
Whichever.
the show, buddy. Thanks for coming in here.
Thank you.
Eventually, eh?
Yeah, I would have been in a little bit sooner, but then with some computer issues, I couldn't get my my laptop to connect to my internet, so I had to shut it off and turn it back on. Worked like a charm, like normal.
Yep.
Okay. Montreal does not play Saskatchewan until week 9.
Okay. That's next week.
Yep.
No,
No,
it's
week
this
9
week.
is this week.
Oh,
Is
is it
this
this
week?
week? Oh,
Yeah,
they play
because this is
Montreal
a
this
BC
week.
bye.
Okay.
This is week 9.
Okay.
Because we did
Where's
say
it
something
at?
about week 7, but
Montreal or
we're mis-
Saskatchewan? Montreal or Saskatchewan?
yeah, who are you going to pick on that one, eh? Yeah,
No,
it's a big
where's it
game.
at? Where's it at?
Montreal.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. So I mean, Saskatchewan really has only played Ottawa and Edmonton and Toronto, and they did beat Vancouver, but so be it.
Was that with
BC is not being a dominant force this year.
Was that with Nathan Rourke or without Nathan Rourke?
That was without.
Which one?
The game against Saskatchewan.
No, Nathan Rourke. They've beaten the
that-
Lions twice this year, once with and once without.
Okay.
Did they?
We played them. They beat us. We had Jeremiah Mazzoli in Saskatchewan. And then not last
Right.
week, but the week before, they played Saskatchewan. That was the one that went down to the onside kick in the
Right,
final
so it was
minute.
close.
Right.
Close.
It was relatively
Yeah,
close.
it was.
Yes.
Okay.
They were much
Although it
closer
did look like
with Rook than
Saskatchewan
they were without.
dominated it for the game, but it was a lot closer.
Okay.
Okay. So, I guess I got to bring up the Sparky list now. Do. Really happy he does this. This is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
So thank you, Sparky. Just we don't say that we appreciate you enough. We really call you a bunch of names and belittle you and do all sorts of other stuff, but it's only because we love you.
And we do that to everybody else
Okay.
on the podcast as well.
That's fair.
Yes. So you know what? Don't think you're special, okay? We call everybody.
No.
Okay,
Sparky is special.
In a short bus kind of way.
I did not say that, but if you did,
Me
that's
neither.
okay.
Remember, this podcast was created by a line like that.
Yep.
Sparky, you're awesome.
Yes, he is.
He is very studious. Come on, Will, that was funny. The first game up was the Montreal Alouettes into Calgary to play the league-leading Calgary Stampeders. And this game went down to the wire. It very much did. William, you were at this game. You give your synopsis, please.
You know what? It was a close game. It went back and forth the entire game, back and forth until Vernon Adams Jr. decided that he was going to take on Darnell Sankey and Beverett. Okay, like, are you dumb?
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Not a good idea.
Okay, like, are you dumb? You might think you're bigger, but you're not. Anyways, but as far as the replay goes, there was no contact whatsoever. But now I think he's got a concussion because nobody said he has a concussion. But that's what Dave Dickinson kind of leaned towards. So all we know is he's out for the game, for the rest of that game. And they brought in PJ Walker. And I'm not gonna judge him now because there's not enough.
No, you can't.
Information, but he looked very tentative. And I'm thinking, if I am a backup quarterback and I want to move up in the world, then I get in there and I try everything and anything I can. And he just looked tentative. That's all. So I saw him throw the ball 3 times, and he does throw a pretty hard pass.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably is as close to a Vernon Adams as you can get as far as passing, running, the whole thing. And we shall see. But he didn't do it that night. We couldn't get a second down to get close to kick a field goal, and Montreal won by 3 points. And Montreal is a good team. They're extremely physical. And Calgary lost some players.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a couple of them have not recovered yet. So they're not playing this week. So, but once again, you have to, everybody has injuries. So next man up philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
When you got the 2 top teams in the league going at it, you got to expect some carnage.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
And I'm not going to say
they didn't get to the positions that they're in by being pussies.
I'm not going to say anything, but that was 4 games in 19 days. Calgary was a little rundown.
Yeah.
Are you making excuses here?
I'm not making excuses. I wouldn't be.
It
I
sounded.
wouldn't. I
Didn't it,
wouldn't be
Charles?
like.
Didn't that
I
sound like?
wouldn't
Didn't that
be.
sound like a little bit of a
I'm not.
pathetic whine?
I'm not my brother, because my brother made the excuse that Toronto beat Winnipeg because of the rain.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to get a hold of him since to counter that. Okay, because I thought that was just a lame ass excuse. So,
I mean,
anyway,
to be fair, though, it was 4 games in 19 days. That's a lot in a short period of time for a physical
it is.
game like football. I mean, that's
and
a game almost every 5 days.
And should I add, 3 of those games, the other team was coming off their bye week. So
I think you're making shit up now.
No, I'm not.
I actually think he's
Okay,
right.
so Montreal was not coming off a bye week.
Nope. Winnipeg was.
Okay.
Winnipeg was.
Winnipeg was. And Saskatchewan was.
Thank you.
And Winnipeg was not.
Yes, they
No,
were.
I think they were.
No,
Yes, they were.
no, not in week 5. They weren't. You played them twice.
Winnipeg's had like 3 bye weeks already.
Yes,
No,
they
they've
have.
had 2 bye weeks. One was the first week of the season.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So week 4, Winnipeg played Edmonton. Week 5, Winnipeg played Calgary. So that's not coming off a bye.
May as well be.
Okay. Week 6, Winnipeg or Calgary played Saskatchewan, who was on a bye. So you got 2 out of 4. I'll give you that.
Wait, and then the next game they played Winnipeg again, who was coming off a bye.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 byes in 3 weeks.
They played Winnipeg twice.
Teams.
No,
yes.
no.
Yes. Yes.
No.
No, that's twice.
You're not listening to me. It's
He
twice.
already said the
Are you
Winnipeg one.
surprised?
It's twice.
Okay.
Don't argue.
Okay.
You'd be wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So now what you're saying is hang on here.
Get it
1,
right, because
2,
if I don't
3,
agree
4.
with what you're
Okay,
saying,
so
I'm
4
gonna have
games.
to go back and
July
look at it
3rd.
too.
July 3rd.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 games to July 3rd to July 24th. So that's 21 days,
Okay.
not 19.
So I was off by 2 days. Is that what you're telling me?
Telling you were wrong.
Okay.
You're exaggerating.
He likes to say that.
Okay.
Okay. So
I could throw something out there, but I'm not gonna. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I just think it was a bit of a whine.
Okay.
Calgary lost.
Yes, they did. I told you that.
Bottom line. And this was Davis Alexander is on the 6-game injury list. So this was McLeod Bethel Thompson, the backup that they pitched out of Edmonton.
Yes.
And McLeod Bethel Thompson goes into Montreal and beats the leading Calgary Stampeders.
Yes.
Maybe it's not the quarterback that's the issue in Edmonton. Well, it probably is now because they have Cody Fajardo. But last year, I don't think, McLeod Bethel Thompson was playing some good football.
It's pretty tough to tell. Because Trey Ford has only got 1 win more than Cody Fajardo.
Yeah. So if you go back in the beginning of last season, Edmonton went 0-7 or something stupid like this, right?
Yes, sir.
And they fired Chris Jones.
Yes, sir.
But they lost their games by 1, 2, and 3 points. They were in every game.
I'd have to go back and look at that. I'm just going to say, okay.
Well, we can do that because we have the technology. All I have to do is go here and go 2024. And week 1, Edmonton lost to Saskatchewan 29-21.
Okay.
Okay.
8 points.
That was 8 points. That's a touch.
Yep.
That's one score, right? Week
Yep.
2, Edmonton lost to Montreal 23-20.
Okay.
3 points.
Yep.
Okay. Week 3, Edmonton lost to Toronto 39-36. That's
Okay.
3 points. Okay.
Yep.
Week 4, BC beat Edmonton 24-21. 3
Okay.
points.
Okay.
Week 5 was a bye. Edmonton did not lose.
Okay.
Week 6, Edmonton lost to Ottawa 37-34. 3
Okay.
points.
Yeah.
Week 7 was a home and home with Ottawa. So Ottawa won at home 20-14. So that was 6 points.
Okay.
And that is where Chris Jones was fired.
Okay.
Okay. The next week, Hamilton beat Edmonton 44-28. And then Edmonton won a game against Saskatchewan.
Now, my question is, those first 6 games, first 7 games or whatever it was, who was the starting quarterback?
McLeod Bethel Thompson.
Okay. Interesting.
Chris Jones did not start Trey Ford.
No.
Trey Ford did not start until 3 games after Jarius Jackson took over, because Jarius Jackson continued with McLeod Bethel Thompson until he got, and they won a game, but they were in a lot of shit. And then he got yelled at and had to start Trey Ford. So what I'm saying is that team was better under Chris Jones than they have been since he's gone.
Okay.
You can't argue that. We just proved it.
Okay, but better in what way?
Well, they were closer.
They lose by
in their
less.
games.
No. Closer doesn't mean shit. You still
Yes, it
got to
does.
get the 2 points.
Losing a game 44-28 is not a good thing.
Losing a game when it's 20
Period.
to 21 is not a good thing either.
No, just kind of like what Calgary did last week.
Correct, and that wasn't a good thing.
Okay. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying that the team was better. We're more competitive. A loss is a loss. Okay, Charles. And how are the Lions doing right now?
They're losing.
They're losing. The Stampeders are losing. And they're going to play Ottawa this week. And what's going to happen? They're
Okay,
losing.
well, I will concede something about the BC Lions currently. Okay.
Okay, what would you like to concede?
Okay. Nathan Rourke is not the best quarterback in the CFL, but he is not the reason they're losing.
No kidding. Check on the defensive side.
Out there. Yeah, it's pretty scary. So there you go.
You can't put up 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and whatever. And lose because your defense can't stop a fucking.
Well, right.
But, or take a 10-point lead with 3 minutes left. They were up by 10
points with 2 minutes left in the game. They were up by 10 points.
Yep.
And they lost.
Yep. I think it just once again shows the greatness.
We got to get to that game. We got to finish this game, okay?
Yeah,
let's finish this.
Okay, fine.
We're still in the Montreal-Calgary game.
Okay, well, Calgary lost. Montreal won. Calgary had some injuries. Not an excuse. The games that Calgary plays against Montreal is going to come down to how many bodies are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be close.
So be it. Okay, so final score was Charles. Do you want to add anything to this game? Because I don't have anything to add to this game.
Not particularly. I think it was pretty much the way we said it. I mean, they just Calgary was. It was a close game, and give Cloud Bethel Thompson some credit. He played very well in this game. But
there was one thing I saw in that game that I did not like very much. Calgary's running back. Help me, Charles. What's his name?
Dedrick Mills.
Dedrick Mills.
Mills.
Fumbled the ball in the fourth quarter. Okay.
Yes.
He was not
definitely
the
a problem.
He was not the same after that. Because he ran with authority that entire game. And after that fumble, he was not the same guy for some reason. So, did you get that fly, buddy?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. Final score was Montreal 23, Calgary 21. 44 points was the total. Everybody picked Calgary, so nobody got any points there. Charles, you picked up 14, Will 32, CJ 22, Rick 16, and Sparky got 30 points. Moving on to the second game. This was Edmonton into Saskatchewan in Regina, and nobody expected Edmonton to beat Saskatchewan, and I don't think the Elks did either, because they didn't really play a very good game. Actually, it wasn't that bad of a game. They only lost by 3 points. Saskatchewan did not come and play football. I don't know what happened. Did they not make the plane or bunch of cardboard replicas or something? Because they literally were getting manhandled by Edmonton at various stages of this game, and barely pulled off a victory by the end. It was just like, wow. It was almost to the point where we were cheering for Edmonton. Well, I wanted Edmonton to win.
I was.
Simply because I don't want Saskatchewan to win. But yeah. So Charles, go ahead. Talk about this game.
Saskatchewan lost.
This was Cody Fajardo's first game, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Saskatchewan lost because Saskatchewan played very lazy football. They thought they were just going to show up and win. And quite frankly, we saw them. I saw them live the week before. Yeah, I saw them live the week before, and they played extremely well in the game here in BC. Last week, they just, like I said, they played lazy. They didn't really have any like killer instinct or so on. They thought they were just going to coast through and win the game. Now they did end up winning the game, but it ended up being very, very close by the end. They were only a field goal away. So it seemed to me like Saskatchewan was just trying to do the bare minimum and to win the football game, because that's pretty much how they did it. Cody Fajardo, he was okay, but again, he didn't get the win. He had a lot of yardage. He had a couple of touchdowns. Still not good enough to win. That team is just not a good enough team. They need some changes. Their defense isn't very good. It just isn't. And on offense, I mean, Cody Fajardo got the win. But you know what? It was a coasting team against not a very good team, and that's how it came out.
Okay, we're going to talk about Edmonton in a minute. Will, what do you got to say about this game?
You know what? I think it was a total matter of Saskatchewan thinking they're the best team in the CFL. And taking the Eskimo or the Elks lightly, and it'll happen every single time in professional football. You get your ass kicked, and
you should, but you didn't. They didn't.
I mean, the other thing you could say is that maybe Saskatchewan didn't know what they were going to throw at them with Cody Fajardo, because he's a different quarterback than Trey Ford, and in my mind, he's a better quarterback than Trey Ford.
Well, that is actually a question I want to talk to you. Do you believe that it is the right move for the Elks to move forward with Cody Fajardo?
No. but he's the best they have right now.
Is he?
Well, yeah.
Okay. If they game planned for the strength of Trey Ford, do you not think Trey Ford would be a better quarterback than Cody Fajardo? Now, let's face it, Cody Fajardo is not going to get any better. We have seen the best that he is.
Yes.
He is there. We've seen it for 10 years.
Yes.
He is not going to play any better football. This is it. Okay.
Nope.
Do you believe that there's a greater upside to Trey Ford, or do you believe there is an upside to Cody Fajardo?
Well, no, there is no upside to Cody Fajardo. You know what you're going to get with Cody Fajardo. Okay. But he does some things better than Trey Ford. And Trey Ford, once again, whether it's because they haven't developed him or he's too stubborn to listen at the development, that, because let's face it, Edmonton, I don't know if they think Trey Ford is a starter either, because they didn't give him lots of money to be the starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, $260,000
with incentives. So he's not getting top money. And
that's not starter money.
Look at what Ottawa threw at Drew Brown, unproven. You know what I mean?
I know.
So maybe they're not believing that either. And does Edmonton have anything else in their stable other than Cody Fajardo?
No.
So
one point.
Go ahead.
Does Trey Ford think that he's a starter? Because why did he accept such a shitty contract?
Good question.
There's a good question.
Okay.
One thing I will ask about this
Isn't that an important question?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if I was the offensive coordinator, Jordan Maximic, and I had Trey Ford as my quarterback, and they have two running backs. I don't remember their names, but anyhow, they have two fairly decent tailbacks. So why aren't you running tried them in the backfield where you've got a run play option, hand off, do some reverses, do some running. You've got two running backs and a running quarterback, and run the fucking ball.
Right.
Okay. They're not running the ball. If you look at the amount of touches the tailbacks get and the amount of yards they get, it's zero. Right? It's just not happening. They just go away from it. And they're trying to take Trey Ford, who is a mobile quarterback who runs for his life back there because their O-line is shit, and moves the ball around and can throw on the run. Okay. And they're trying to make a pocket passer out of her, a drop back pocket passer. And you can't do that with somebody who doesn't have the skills to read a defense.
No.
So,
but he's been in the organization long enough that you would think, A, they've tried to teach him and he hasn't caught on. B, they haven't tried to teach him. And C, they've just given up, and he's the best thing they have.
I remember back in 2012, 2013, Saskatchewan Roughriders had an idiot for a quarterback by the name of Darian Durant.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
It was useless. George Cortez created an offense for him to run the ball around.
Yes.
They won a Grey Cup.
Yes. Because they had a great running back.
Because they had good running back, which was not Brandon Banks, Corey Banks. Corey Sheets, and Darian Durant. And Darian Durant single-handedly destroyed BC in the Western Final.
Yep.
Okay? Single-handedly destroyed us just by running the ball. Couldn't throw the ball worth shit. But he destroyed us with his legs. Okay? That is what they need to do with Corey Sheets until the defense stops coming at him and respects that run. And then he'll have the time to learn to pass.
Yeah, okay.
Trey Ford's a better option than Cody Fajardo in Edmonton right now.
Okay, so what I will say about your comparison is Saskatchewan had George Cortez.
Yeah, well, agreed.
Edmonton doesn't have anybody like
Edmonton
that.
has Jordan Maximic, who's useless as the tips on a bull.
There you go.
Okay.
And I will say this: Saskatchewan had 8 sacks in this game on Cody Fajardo. You got to wonder, with his athletic ability, could Trey Ford have gotten away from some of those?
Well,
could that have had a difference in the outcome?
As Christopher says on a regular basis, and I agree with him, and I would say half of those sacks were Cody Fajardo's responsibility because he runs into guys and they sack him.
He does. He runs all the right time into the defenders, or he runs into the back of his own line and tips over.
Yep.
Okay. Like you see him running around in a circle back there, and he just runs straight to the defenders. And I mean, you're supposed to run away from the guys in the other colored shirts.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
So, yes, the Edmonton Elks do not have an O-line worth shit. Okay. No doubt about it. Okay. No question. But you have to do something about it. You can't just be an idiot.
Yep. I agree.
And that's where I believe Trey Ford would have been better in that game, particularly, than Cody Fajardo was.
Okay.
Because he can run around and he avoids people. I mean, he actually does that, and he does a pretty good job. And I've seen him throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, but the week before he only had
sideways.
The week before he only had 39 yards passing. Okay, so
yes, I know.
So
we laughed about that because BC had 32 points.
Right. And I'd love to give the guy credit because I do like to watch him. Okay? He's an exciting player. He really is.
Yes.
But and
I don't know how many times
notice we have not even brought up once in this conversation that he's Canadian, because to me it doesn't matter.
I don't care.
I never even pay attention to that.
No.
I don't care. I think he's their best option moving forward. And I'm not trying to suck up to Bobby Ford.
Yes, you are.
Because actually he still hasn't talked to me since BC slapped him around and his son got benched.
You dissed his son. Don't do that. Come on.
I was having some good conversations with him, but he got really mad when Trey got 34 yards passing. And
I don't
know if he got mad or just really embarrassed, because he probably should have been embarrassed.
You have that ability, Christopher.
What, to be right?
To make people really mad.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm right and they don't want to admit it.
Right.
Okay.
Anyways,
and I'm an arrogant ass about it, okay? But I don't gloat. I never once went back at Bobby and said, nah. I don't gloat ever. That's very uncool. Okay?
Right.
I'm not a Winnipeg Blue Bomber fan.
Right.
Okay? Never gloat. Happy that you win. Sad when you lose, but don't gloat. Trash talk is before the game, not after. Okay, so final score in this game was Saskatchewan 21, Edmonton 18. Total points 39. It was definitely under. Everybody picked Saskatchewan. Everybody got 100 points. This was the only game that we all agreed on, besides the Calgary game. Charles, you got an extra 10. Will, you got 16. CJ got 12. Rick got 4. Sparky got 8. This was not a good week for picking football. Now, this is kind of where Will excels in the last 2 games, because we're dead even on this one right now. The next game was Winnipeg Blue Bombers into Toronto to play the Argonauts. And this was the fucking most boring game that I have seen in a very, very long time. I cannot believe I watched it from beginning to end. I know most people did not. William, did you turn it off?
I didn't even watch it
Okay. This
because
was the fucking boring game.
okay.
It had a lot of points in it, but it was just boring. Charles,
Well,
talk to me about this game.
the average football fan wouldn't say that because they like scoring.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It was one-sided. It wasn't really a competitive
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you know what?
Uh,
The thing I really like about Toronto's team this year and is
Chad Kelly's
Arbuckle.
not on it.
No, Arbuckle is playing great, I think. Once he's realized that he is the man, and I think he's going to take them places, to be honest with you. So,
Okay.
just my opinion.
Charles, do you have anything about Chad Kelly in the agenda?
Yes.
Okay, so then we won't touch that right now. Okay.
So
This was a terrible game by Winnipeg. Zach Caleros was not throwing the ball well at all. He was missing open receivers and not by a little bit. He was getting the ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. It was just not a good Zach game. Okay. It really showed his age in this one.
Or did it show he was concussed?
Oh, that's where I was going.
Well, did he get concussed in this game or before this game?
The week before.
Ah, okay.
He got taken out the week before against Calgary. And then
this was a terrible game for Zach.
Okay.
Yes, it was. And he's not going to play this week either. He
probably shouldn't have been in this game, is what we're saying.
Well, they announced that he's not playing this week either.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
that's probably a good thing for him.
Yep.
So we've got.
It was an awful game.
It was. So anyhow, this was Winnipeg 17, Toronto 31, total of 48 points. Yeah. So Charles, you took Winnipeg. Will, you took Toronto. You're the only one that took Toronto. Everybody picked Winnipeg. So Will, you got 100 points out of this one. On secondary points, Charles got 36, Will got 38, CJ got 30, Rick with 22, and Sparky with 28. So Will was the man on this game. And he did it in the last game too. No. Yeah, but he wasn't by himself. So the last game was Hamilton and BC. And BC absolutely dominated this game. They went out there and they scored, and then BC defense went to the lemonade stand, and Hamilton came back and scored. BC went out and dominated and scored and marched down the field. And then Hamilton came out and BC defense, I don't know, went for a nap and went down and scored. It was a back and forth game, and BC was up by 10 points with like 2 minutes left in the game. And what? You're shaking your head.
No, I'm reliving this game as you're talking about.
Don't relive it. It's not good for anybody.
Oh, God.
And Hamilton comes back, marches down the field, scores 7 points. They need a field goal. So BC goes into prevent D, but I think they were in prevent D from the opening kickoff, which I've never seen a team do before. I've never seen a team play prevent D the entire game. It doesn't make sense. I hate it at the best of times, never mind the entire game. So then Hamilton gets the ball and starts marching down the field 6, 7 yards at a time, 6, 7 yards at a time, 6, 7 yards at a time. And they get in within field goal range with like 20 seconds left in the game. And they think, hey, we can score. So they throw the ball a couple of times. We get a PI call, they're first and goal, and they punch the ball in and win the game. And BC looks like a bunch of fucking idiots because they just blew a sure victory at home in front of their wonderful fans. They blew it. They literally lost it. That was their game. They lost it. They gave it to them. I'd love to say Hamilton beat them, which they did. But BC didn't play defense. There's just no fucking defense in there. And everybody's saying, well, fire Benavides. Well, who are you going to replace him with?
Well, I have a question. And I need you guys
Okay.
to tell me the answer to it. Did you like what was better? The Ryan Phillips run defense last year or the Ryan Phillips led defense last year or the Mike Benavides defense this year with Ryan Phillips working under him?
I didn't have as much problem with the Ryan Phillips defense as I am with the Mike Benavides defense because BC wasn't that good of a team last year. And I think they're a much better team this year on paper, and they're just not performing like they should be. And when a team is got that caliber of players and they're not performing, that's on the coaches. So I think that Ryan Phillips was doing a better job with less talent. They still weren't successful. And I personally don't want either one of them on the defensive side of the ball. I wish that Amar Doman just blew out the coaching salary cap like he did the players' salary cap and go get Chris Jones for my defensive coordinator in BC.
Okay.
The man knows what he's doing on the defensive side of the ball. You can't argue that.
No, but the problem is people give him control of other things and then he screws it up. And you can't deny that either.
Well, you can't control anything if there's a head coach above him.
Well, I know that, but that's the problem. He comes in as the assistant and then they make him the head coach and the general manager and the chief bottle washer, and then he destroys the organization.
It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen for Chris Jones in this league again.
Okay. We've said that before. And it happened.
I never said that before.
I have, that it happened.
Thought he did a great job in Saskatchewan as the general manager.
Yeah, but where is he now? Oh, he's working for Bill Belichick. He's not going
school
anywhere.
Or something. I don't know.
No, college. He's working for Bill
college.
Belichick. Yeah. He probably makes more money as an assistant college coach than he did in the CFL.
Easily.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what was I was going to mention something else. Hey, one thing we should mention. Did you see that pick or that interception?
Oh, yeah.
By
Carter.
That was mind-blowing.
It was so. It was,
and
pretty
they've been
amazing.
showing that right throughout the U.S. too. They showed it on ESPN. They've been showing that everywhere.
Yeah.
They posted it on NFL on CBS.
Yes, they did.
You should have saw the comments that people, those Canadians, they allow them to have sticky gloves. And I go, those aren't sticky gloves, bro. Those are rubber. They just go up there and they grab it. He hauled that fucker in.
But he did the same thing in the NCAA, a very similar play.
Yes,
very similar play.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that was one of the most phenomenal one of the most phenomenal catches, period, I've ever seen.
I can't believe the air that little short shit got.
No kidding.
Like, he is not a tall man. And he he elevated himself.
Correct.
You'd think he was an elk or something. Everybody said, "Oh, he's going to get a contract in the NFL. He's going to get," and I said, "I'm not." And they
No,
go,
he's
"Why
not.
don't
They
you
don't-
want him
they
to
don't-
exceed?"
they
And I
don't-
said,
they
"Because he's
don't
on
si-
my team."
They don't sign midgets in the NFL.
They don't sell
Sorry.
They
midgets.
don't.
They don't.
And then they
Sorry.
said, "Oh, he should be a receiver." And I said, "No, he's too short.
Yeah.
He's too short to be a receiver. You can't climb that ladder on every play.
No.
No.
No, that's one play a year sort of thing."
Yeah, once in a season play you don't see very often.
No, yeah, if he does that again, I'd be, even not the same play, but just comes up with something spectacular again, I'd be totally amazed, because you don't get two opportunities like that.
No, you don't.
Okay. So it was an amazing interception. I actually didn't think he caught the ball.
No.
I saw it happen, and I didn't think he caught it. And I
I
went,
didn't at first either.
When I saw the replay, I went, "Holy shit, look at that. He brought it down." And he
Yep.
never brought the right hand in
Nope,
to secure the ball.
Strictly one-handed catch.
He used his right arm to break his fall.
Yep.
Amazing. Just bloody amazing. So final score was Hamilton 37, BC 33. That was 70 points. Charles and CJ picked BC, big losers, and everybody else picked Hamilton. Will took Hamilton. Rick and Sparky both took Hamilton, so they each got 100 points. So, Charles, you got 4 points. Will, you got 6. CJ got 10. Rick got 18, and Sparky got 8. Okay, so this goes over to the next thing, which is our grand total for the week. The big winner again was Will. 392 points. Good job, buddy. Sparky got 274. Rick with 260, sorry. CJ at 174. And Charles, you're down at the bottom there with 164. So the standings for the season so far has Will in a commanding lead. You're out there, Will. Just shy of 3,000 points. Sparky is second at 2666. Charles at 2,500. And CJ at 2,350. And Rick's down at the bottom at 2,200. And Charles just disappeared off my screen.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
There
He's back. Okay. So here's what we have. That's the week 8. Oh, that was what these are our over-under picks, okay? I don't know how to describe this. I don't understand. Okay, we're just not going to do that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, Sparky. I'm just saying that I can't do this. Over understandings. Okay, this is Sparky went off and he built a new spreadsheet on how the panel is doing on the year on the over under of the teams. Okay, because every week I announce what the over under of a game is, and we pick our scores accordingly. Last week CJ was terrible, but he's leading on the season at 18-13. Charles and Rick are 17-14. Will is 15-16. You're not even 500, Will. And Sparky is like 13-18.
Not even 500 for what?
Whether you pick your score picked on the over under, and whether or not the game went over or under according to what you picked.
You know how much I care about that, right?
Pretty much the same as anybody, I think.
Yeah.
Unless we bet money on it, it doesn't really matter.
No.
But it's something that Sparky put together, and I appreciate the efforts that Sparky does. And so I'm going to tell this to the people, and this is what it's doing. On the Let's Talk CFL Pick'em group on the CFL.ca, William has advanced to second place. He moved up quite substantially over this week because he literally got 3 out of 4, right? And most people would not have picked Toronto to beat Winnipeg or Hamilton to beat BC. Some people picked Hamilton to beat C, but nobody
and
picked Toronto.
I wanted to give you and Charles a heads up on that. I thank you very much because you wouldn't let me pick BC.
No,
because you say whenever I pick them, they lose. So,
yeah. I don't give a shit anymore. Okay.
Okay.
So anyhow, Sparky is in 6th place. Charles has moved up to 9th. CJ's dropped to 10, and Rick is right behind him at 11. We got a total of 19 people in the group. So I'm not playing 500 right now. It's not a good thing. So we did have. Oh, here's our pick'em standings. Okay. So not counting where we pick a score, you know how we get the 100 points and then whatever the bonus points are.
Mhm.
This is just on whether or not we pick the team correct. Okay. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
picked Hamilton to beat BC. Charles and CJ picked BC to beat Hamilton. You
Right.
got a point. We didn't. Okay. So on the season, Will is winning at 22-9. Sparky is 20-11. Charles is 19-12. And CJ and Rick are both 18-13. So we're substantially above 500, even the ones at the bottom. Okay. So
Right.
I think we're doing pretty good. But that being said, we're not winning real well. Okay. So that is finished for last week. We're now going to move into this week. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Are you awake?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Week 9. Jamie Nye is the orphan out here. He is taking the Ottawa Red Blacks to beat the Calgary Stampeders. Everybody else picked Calgary. But I want to point out that everybody made their picks before it was announced that Vernon Adams will not be playing. Nor is it Jalen or Tyson? Jalen Philpott. Right? Tyson is in Montreal. Or do I have that backwards?
That's right. No,
No,
you're right.
Yes, that's it.
Jalen's in Calgary.
Jalen's in Calgary. Right. Okay. So Jalen's out, and so is somebody else.
Alfred
Alfred is out. Then,
Yeah.
Their number one pick this year.
Yes, that's the kid that's
6 foot
pulling
6.
amazing balls down in the end.
Yes, sir.
In the end
Yes,
He's
zone.
been very good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so FanDuel betting odds has Ottawa. They changed the odd that once Vernon Adams is gone, they changed it from Calgary at 5.5 to Ottawa at 3.5. The over-under is dropped down to 49.5. CFL Pick'em has Calgary at 82, Ottawa at 18. Sparky's calculator has Calgary at 49. Here's my page. I got to keep track of this. I don't know why Sparky does it. Has Sparky taken Calgary at 49, and Rick has Calgary at 58. And what are you going to do, William?
Well, I did a lot of research this week because I knew this was going to happen on PJ Walker.
Yeah.
And he's got some pretty decent
Numbers.
And I think he's, I don't know, 9-11 in the NFL or something like that as a starter. So he's got some experience. I think the other night was not. I mean, he got to take first team reps for more or less the whole week this week. Stamps have some injuries, but I think their defense is still intact and they still have a running game, and Ottawa is not that good. Their defense is good, but I don't think their offense is very good. So I am going to pick the Calgary Stampeders 52 points.
Now, I would like to point out that Ottawa has beaten Calgary.
Yep, they have.
Okay.
With Vernon Adams.
With
Yep.
Vernon Adams.
Yep.
Charles, what are you going to do here?
This game should have been an easy pick, but with all these injuries, very key injuries for Calgary, this has become much more difficult to pick.
It is.
PJ Walker, he has had some NFL experience. He also played quite well. I remember watching him in a few games in the XFL, or I guess the UFL now.
UFL.
And he played quite well there as well. So it's not like this guy's just a raw rookie right out of college or anything like that. I'm very tempted. I'm going to be honest. I'm very tempted to take Ottawa. But it's still Ottawa. And PJ Walker is the great unknown, honestly. So I'm attempted to pick Ottawa. I'm not going to do it. I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick Calgary. I think it's going to be low scoring. So I pick Calgary with 41 points.
Okay. I think PJ Walker is a lot better quarterback than people are giving him credit for. And as Charles said, having first team reps for a week, having his Dave Dickinson on top of him for a week, making sure that he's doing his job. I think he's going to come in here because nobody's got film on him. I don't think Ottawa is well coached. And I really don't have a lot of faith in Drew Brown. I want to pick Ottawa to beat Calgary, but I can't. So I'm taking Calgary at 54 points.
And might I add one thing, guys? Calgary,
Yes.
Calgary lost to Ottawa already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not happy about that at all.
They shouldn't be happy about that. It's fucking embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the word right there. So.
Yeah. Okay. So the next game is, okay. So last week we had a snorefest between Winnipeg and Toronto beating Winnipeg. Now we have the same two teams, I think. They're the same two teams. Same two teams playing again, only this time in Winnipeg. Zach Collaros is not playing. Chris Streveler will be starting. Okay. And again, the CFL.ca group picked Winnipeg straight across the board, but that was before it was announced that Zach Collaros is going to not play. So I don't know whether or not that changed. FanDuel betting odds still has Winnipeg up by 3.5 with a 49.5 over under. CFL Pick'em has Winnipeg at 65, Toronto at 35. That is a lot lower than I would have anticipated it to be, or a lot closer, should we say. Sparky Calculator has Winnipeg at 55. Rick is pulling Winnipeg at 58. CJ is taking Winnipeg at 54. I don't think it's going to be that high a scoring game. I don't think Chris Streveler can score that many points. McLeod Bethel Thompson, I think, is going to have a little bit more challenge. I just think Winnipeg needs to wake up from what they played last week, because last week was an absolutely dismal game. So if Winnipeg comes back and plays the same football, Toronto's going to annihilate them. If they actually play a decent game of football, they should be able to walk on the Argos. So I am taking Winnipeg on this one. Charles, what do you want to do?
After watching last week and knowing that Streveler is starting, I'm sorry. I can't pick Winnipeg if Streveler is starting. I don't think Streveler is a good quarterback. I don't think he's a guy that can go out and win you a game. I don't think he's a good passer.
Not a good quarterback. He's not a quarterback.
quite frankly, McLeod Bethel Thompson
He
played a
doesn't.
very good game last
He doesn't
week.
play for Toronto, guys. It's
Oh.
Arbuckle who plays for Toronto.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry,
Yeah, you're
Arbuckle.
right. Yeah. See
What
he
did we
got me
say?
doing?
Did we say Cody?
No,
No,
you
we
said
said
McLeod
McLeod Bethel Thompson. We both did. Yeah, sorry. Arbuckle's playing well. He played well last week. And he's getting better because I think he's realizing more and more and more that it's going to pretty much be his team for most, if not all, this year. So, and this game is in Toronto, I believe. No, sorry,
it's in Winnipeg. It's in Winnipeg.
Last week's game was in Toronto, but I don't think about. I'm sorry. I'm going to pick Toronto in this one. I picked Winnipeg last week. That got me nowhere. I didn't see anything from them that was lead me to believe that they're going to bounce back this week. With Chris Trevor under center, I'm going to pick Toronto. I'll say Toronto with an even 50 points.
Okay. And with an over-under of 49.5, you're going over.
Slightly.
Over.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like being a little pregnant.
Yes, that's true.
William.
Yeah.
Tough call. I can't pick Toronto. I just can't pick Toronto.
I don't think it is that tough of a call. And the reason I don't think it's that tough of a call is Winnipeg not on a 3-game losing streak?
Yes.
If any team lost 3 games, we wouldn't pick them. Sorry, just saying.
Does that mean they're due for a win?
With Zach Collaros, yes, I would say they're due for a win. With Chris Strevler, good luck.
Fair enough.
And he did. Sorry, I'm not rubbing this in, guys. He did beat the BC Lions, and he looked sort of kind of shot putty impressive because that's what it's like when he throws the ball.
BC looked like shit.
That's true too. I just can't whether I'm right or wrong, I can't justify picking Winnipeg. They're not very good. And once again, maybe this will be the game that surprises because remember last year they went 0-4 or 0-5, whatever it was, and then they went on a run. So I am going to pick Toronto 51.
Okay. So CFL Pick'em, CFL.ca Pick'em has straight across the board Hamilton Tiger Cats. And this is the game. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are in Edmonton to play the Elks. Now, Sparky's giving me a lot of shit that I'm not giving Hamilton due respect. And he's right. Hamilton is playing a lot better football than what I am giving them credit for because, quite frankly, I can't believe that they are. It just goes against my belief system from watching Hamilton for the last decade. Okay? I just don't believe that they're as good a team as what they are. And they are playing very good football. Kenny Lawler is amazing out there, although BC completely shut him down. Bo Levi Mitchell's playing great football again, two seasons in a row. So Hamilton is playing Edmonton, in Edmonton. FanDuel has this Hamilton by 3.5 with a total over-under of 54.5. CFL Pick'em has 86% for the Ticats, only 14 for the Elks. Sparky Calculator has Hamilton at 57. Rick has Hamilton at 58. And CJ is taking Hamilton at 54. I'm not a fucking hope in hell Edmonton's going to beat Hamilton. It's just not going to happen.
Don't say
Cody
shit.
Fajardo is starting the game, and he's useless.
Don't say that.
You guys are both frozen.
We are. Neither am I. I'm moving.
Is this working?
We look like Muppets. God.
Poor network
No, you
quality.
didn't, no.
Your call might be affected. Okay, Charles is back going. Will's gone.
I am not.
Okay. While your pitcher's gone.
Charles,
Not
can
for
you
me, it's not. I can see you clear.
You
I
can
don't
see
see
me
him. There he is.
clearly now.
Yes, we got you back.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I took Hamilton at 54. I don't know if you heard what I said.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. William, what are you doing here?
How can you pick anybody but Hamilton? Hamilton 51.
Hamilton 51. Okay. And Charles?
I'm sorry. Hamilton's not going to lose to Calgary.
You're not playing
be
Calgary,
fair-
you're playing
Or
Edmonton.
they're not. Well, they're not going to lose to Calgary, but they're not going to lose
No,
to
they
Edmonton
won't
either.
lose.
I mean, to be fair, if they were playing any other team
Or
last week, they
BC.
probably would have lost. But Hamilton's going to win this game. Hamilton 56.
Okay. Okay, going back up to this. So now this is the first time that, short of Jamie Nye being an idiot, isn't Jamie Nye a Ryder homer?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think too much.
No, I thought he was. Anyhow, he is at the bottom of the pick'em list in score. He's 18 and 13, which is actually the same as Rick and CJ. But he's taken Montreal in this game against Saskatchewan. And Vicky Hall, who is 21 and 10, is taking Montreal. The other three are taking Saskatchewan. So that's how that game is going. FanDuel betting odds has Saskatchewan by 2.5 with an over-under 49.5. CFL Pick'em has Saskatchewan at 61 points, 61%, and Montreal at 39. Sparky Calculator has Montreal at 52. Rick is taking Saskatchewan at 58. And I'm going to take the score of 54 points. I haven't decided which team I'm going to pick yet. You sure this is Montreal? Yeah, this is Montreal and Saskatchewan. Okay, William, what do you want to do here? I might just pick the opposite of Will.
I think this is a no-brainer. If Saskatchewan plays the way they played against Edmonton, they're going to get bitch slapped, whether it's McLeod, Bethel Thomas, or anybody else.
Thompson.
Thompson, whatever. That defense is really good. It's too good in my mind. So I'm going to go with Saskatchewan 51, as usual. Sorry, Montreal 51.
That's what I thought. Okay. He made me write down Saskatchewan. Okay, so you're taking Montreal 51, just so we're not confusing Sparky here.
Will is taking Montreal at 51.
Okay. Charles, what are you doing?
Well, I'm a little bit torn on this one, but I'm going to think that Saskatchewan is going to see the closeness in the game last week against Edmonton as a bit of a wake-up call. And I don't think they're going to play as lackadaisical as they did last week. So I believe that Saskatchewan is going to win this game. McLeod Bethel Thompson is a good quarterback, but I don't know how consistent he's going to be. I will take Saskatchewan to win this one, even though I don't like taking Saskatchewan. I do think they are going to win. I'll take Saskatchewan 52.
No. Oh, Sparky has Montreal at 52.
Okay, I took Saskatchewan at 52, so it's different.
Okay, so we'll let that go. It's not because never mind.
It's
All right, 50. I'll take 53 then.
I'm going to put you down at 15. I'm going to take Saskatchewan, and I'm going at 54 points. Trevor Harris is a better quarterback than McLeod Bethel Thompson, bar none.
Yes, he is.
Saskatchewan defense is good. Montreal's defense is better. It's a challenge. This should be a tight game. We'll see what happens. But I'm taking the Riders.
I don't even think it's going to be close.
And the two Calgary guys, Sparky and Will, are taking Montreal. Okay, so that's how that wraps that one up. Okay, poof. Next week, I will be in my new location, in my new apartment, doing the podcast. It won't be finished, but I'm getting kicked out of this room. So I'm going to go up there and play around. So we'll see what happens. I have to put internet into the barn.
I can help you.
How?
I sell internet.
How can you help me?
He works for
sell
Telus.
internet.
You sell internet? How do I get internet to my house?
Actually, you're way out in the farmlands there, so that could be more difficult.
The only internet I have is Starlink.
Starlink, yeah, sorry. I'm forgetting you're way out there, so yeah, that I can't help. Never mind.
I'm up a mountain.
Yeah, okay.
300 meters above town. Okay, let's go over to Let's Talk CFL Podcast 2024 group, even though it's 2025. And we'll go look at the agenda that Charles built. Okay, 3 Down Nation, CFL Awards. Let's go away from that one for a second. Toronto Argonauts have placed quarterback Chad Kelly on the 6-game injured list. Who the fuck is the manager in Toronto, and why is he an idiot?
Well, you know the answer to that.
What? Why he's an idiot?
No, you know who the manager is. Do you not?
Well, we believe that officially the manager is Pinball Clemens, but we all know that John Murphy is the one that's pulling all the shots in there because Pinball's not smart enough to come out of the rain. So, Chad Kelly got injured in the last game of the season, or was it in the Eastern Final, something like that last year?
Eastern Final.
Yep.
Eastern Final, semifinal, whatever it was. And broke his
tibia and fibia.
And so at the beginning of the season, they knew he wasn't going to be ready.
Correct.
So why would you not place him on the 6-game injury list, knowing that at any time you could take him off?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ended up wasting a bunch of money.
And then, like, after week 1, the coach, Ryan Dimnuts, says that he's going to come back in week 7. Okay. Which is already 6 weeks in. He already should have been on the 6-game injury list. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we come to week 7, and they make an announcement that they are now putting him on the 6-game injury list. So Chad Kelly is now gone till week 14.
At least.
Well, they can take him off the list if he's ready to play.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't, and so what's happened now is Chad Kelly is the second highest paid quarterback in the CFL. I believe he is making $500,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
1/3 of his salary. Hasn't played a game, and he might not play a game this year.
Right.
But 1/3 of his salary, which is what, $175,000?
Sure.
Is going against the Toronto Argonauts salary cap for no good fucking reason. Other than the general manager of the Toronto Argonauts is an idiot.
Well, we might not be seeing the whole picture.
In what capacity?
Well, as you have mentioned many times before, when a player breaks bones, it's not the bones that don't
Yep.
heal. It's the
Nope.
soft tissue. It's the soft tissue.
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
Okay. So maybe they didn't get that right. Number one. Number two, you don't know what kind of a wackadoodle they're dealing with. And I think I don't think we're getting the whole story. Not even close.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not disputing that.
Right. Because he comes, it seems that he comes and goes, you know what I mean? Even if he's injured. I mean, what's his name for the Stampeders? Oh my Lord. Why do I have problems with names? It drives me nuts. Reggie Begelton. Okay.
Mhm.
There's not much of a chance of him playing at all this year. Okay. He
Mhm.
is
Right.
he is at every home and away game on the bench.
Right. Why?
He's also at every freaking practice
Why?
because he's a team guy.
He's a team player.
He's a leader.
He's a team
That's
player. Okay.
yes. That's
So
correct.
we're now talking about the arrogant prick, Chad Kelly.
Yes, we are.
And he's been this was the first time I've seen him this year. He was on the sidelines in this last game.
How did you know that was him? It
In
was
Winnipeg.
the ugly haircut, right?
Yeah. It looks like Credence from Harry Potter movie.
I've never made $500,000 in a season, and my haircut has never been that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. You'd think that he could afford a barber instead of having a bowl on his head.
Absolutely. Anyways,
Here's what I don't understand. We kept hearing last week before the Argos game, Ryan Dinwiddie saying, "Oh, he's still possible for this weekend. He's still possible this weekend." And then he goes on the
I know
sixth
he's
game.
game to game,
So
day to day.
what the hell changed?
there's something that's going on that they're not telling anybody about. That's the only thing I can come up with.
I'm firmly
Well,
believing
so
more and
is-
more we may not see him back. Period.
Well, that's the hope, isn't it?
Well, and I mean, that would be a too bad thing. Not really, but that's just my personal opinion. But and if you think about it, let's see. Oh, come on. Stupid. Anyways, I do believe Nick Arbuckle is either second or third in passing this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not
Yes.
missing Chad. They're not missing Chad Kelly.
Well,
And
they're
I
not winning.
And I guarantee, well, they are starting to win.
They're starting to win.
And I guarantee you, Nick Arbuckle is probably making a quarter as opposed to Chad Kelly's 5, if that.
Yeah.
Okay. So just saying, Nick Arbuckle is 190 yards behind Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah. He's in second place.
Yep. So,
But he
Yes.
does have 8 interceptions to 11 touchdowns. So he's almost 1-to-1.
yeah, well, how many wins do they have? 2? Or do they have more?
Yeah, I believe so.
I can't remember.
They have 1, 2.
They have
Toronto has 2. They're
2
2 and
They won their
5.
second one last
5.
year.
They're 2 and 5.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
And Ottawa is 1 and 6. BC is 3 and 5. Edmonton is 1 and 5.
But
Winnipeg is 3-3 because they've had 2 byes.
But what I could say about Toronto is, don't forget they had a lot of changes last year, or from last year to this year. It takes time,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
you know what? They beat Winnipeg. Maybe they're on the uprise. You never know,
Well, they're playing Winnipeg again this week, so let's see what happens.
and we'll find out, right?
Yep.
I mean, the best part about this whole league currently is we will find out. I'm curious to know on Thursday night if Calgary is going to play well without Vernon Adams, because at one point in time they will probably have to play without Vernon Adams. Is
Well, they're
Toronto
going to do it this week.
Yes, is Toronto good enough to beat Winnipeg back to back? Calgary was. So, and Winnipeg, just let's face it, they haven't been looking real good.
They have not.
So,
They've not.
but
They've lost 3 straight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only two,
and they lost their quarterback.
I still think there's 2 teams that are out of it totally, and that would be Ottawa and Edmonton, because they're not going to fix their problems between now and then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I still don't think you're going to see coaching changes, but
Yeah, Bob Dice has to go.
well, lots of people who like Bob Dice.
But big deal.
I like him too. I just don't like him as a coach.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he should be coaching.
Yeah, but there was lots of people who didn't like Chris Jones, and look how long he stuck around.
But they're stupid. Chris Jones is an amazing coach.
I did look. He's not with Bill Belichick anymore, by the way.
No, he's not.
No, he's coaching a community college team in Mississippi.
Yeah.
In Mississippi. Yeah. That works for him. That's his speed.
So I said, let's bring him up to BC. We need a defensive coordinator here.
And I don't know. I don't think BC. How long did they sign Buck Pierce for?
3 years.
Who cares?
Okay. Well, okay. Maybe he needs a better defensive guy.
He needs a better defensive guy.
He does.
Yep. He does.
Well, maybe about it.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed. I wanted Chris Jones to be the head coach of BC. That was my first choice. Buck Pierce was like 3rd or 4th. Okay. I would have taken Mark Killam over Buck Pierce.
Yeah, but you really like Mark Killam.
I do. And I don't think he's doing a poor job in Edmonton. I just think he has nothing to work with.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I'd love to see Chris Jones into BC as a defensive coordinator / assistant head coach. It would be a good thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Charles seems indifferent.
Yes,
To
he
what?
is. He doesn't want to argue with you.
Indifferent to what?
Indifferent.
And I don't argue about this anymore because you know my feelings on Chris Jones. And so I've said it all, and there's no reason I have to say anything else. The proof is in the pudding,
4
baby.
Grey Cup rings.
The proof
I
is
don't
in
want
the
him in
pudding,
Vancouver.
baby.
I don't want him in Vancouver, period.
There you go. That comes from Charles, who's a rider nut.
I don't want Benavides or Ryan Phillips coaching us either. So
No, I don't want either
choose?
one of them. I don't know.
So-
Somebody other than those 3. There's got to be more than 3 guys that can coach defense.
Well, there is, but they all have jobs.
Oh.
Okay,
You
let's
can,
get back to the
Charles, you
agenda
can have-
because we actually have to get rid of this game.
you can have Calgary's defensive coordinator, but he's 72 years old.
No, I don't want him. Somebody actually suggested that they get Wally Buono to come back as a defensive coordinator.
Why not? How old's Wally?
He's in his 70s as well, I believe.
There you go.
Okay. Winnipeg Blue Bombers try to explain the struggles of a once great pass defense. I don't know. Oh, let's see. QB rankings. Let's see how the QBs are ranking.
I'll explain that. They're getting old. Next.
What's that?
I said I'll explain why their pass rushers and any is.
You know, I
was
was gonna mention something to CJ. You talk about players getting old on Winnipeg. Stanley Bryant, he's old, but you know what?
Yes.
He's been out of the lineup for 3 games because of an injury, and Zach Collaros has gotten beat up big time. So,
and they haven't won a game since he's been gone.
No, they have not.
Yeah, that's true.
So, just saying.
I'm not saying that he's not an amazing old lineman. I just think he's really fucking old.
And he's not even 40 yet. What does that make me and you?
He's an offensive lineman. He's a left tackle.
Uh-huh.
They're usually 26 years old.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so quarterbacks ranked number 1 would be Bo Levi Mitchell, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Okay. Number 2, who I really have a problem with, Trevor Harris, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 3, after missing 2.5 games, is Nathan Rourke. Number 4, Nick Arbuckle. Number 5, Chris Strevler. Number 6, McLeod Bethel Thompson. Number 7, Drew Brown. Number 8, Cody Fajardo. Cody Fajardo's played 1 game. Oh, they got number 9, PJ Walker. He played, what 4.5 minutes?
He hasn't played.
Why haven't I heard you name the name Vernon Adams?
Because he's injured.
On the list.
Oh, because he's injured? So they're not counting. What is this based on then?
Week 8.
It's based on what?
I don't know. It's CFL.ca, and they're doing dumb shit. It's Matthew Cause. And he did quarterback rankings, is a bi-weekly series that breaks down the top signal callers in the CFL, the rankings of starters heading into each week. So these are the starters going into week 9.
But wait a minute. If you're going to have Vernon Adams off because he is injured, not playing, shouldn't Nathan Rourke also be off, seeing as he's got a bye week? He's not playing either. See what I mean? That doesn't make sense. You're putting it based on starters.
I can't argue with that logic.
It's like, oh, it's based on starters going into this week. Nathan Rourke isn't a starter this week because his team is not playing. So I don't get it.
Valid point, Charles.
Yeah, crap.
Interesting take. Okay. That's the QB rankings. Stanley Bryant is out. Toronto, Chad Kelly. Okay, so the only other article we have in here, we're really going way over time here.
Yeah.
3 Down Nation CFL awards the best and the worst of week 8. I think the best of week 8. You can't dispute the best play in week 8 was the interception by Carter.
No, I'm not at all.
Yeah, no, can't argue with that.
He gets all of the awards. The offense, the defense, the special teams. He gets every fucking thing for that catch. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay? I can't do anything else. So let's just wrap this show up, the silliness up, and go to bed. This has been Let's Talk CFL podcast episode number 615. I've been your host, Christopher Jones, and fly swatting is my second coming right now. I've been killing them right, left, and center here. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. Charles, say goodnight.
Good night, folks. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this weekend's game. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, and watch some football, you guys. William, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. Watch football this weekend. Go Stamps. Go Montreal. Go Hamilton. And the Riders suck. Did I say that
The
out loud?
Riders suck.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to push the stop button.
Okay.